picture of your daughter's graduation.
That's it.
That's it.
Where does all this other conversation come from?
From his drunken stupor.
Oh.
You are one pathetic loser.
You're missing out right now because you don't got the headphones. I'm sorry. I need to get another set. I got you, though. You'll hear it later.
So does he, like, not give you anything?
Nothing at all. My
Nothing.
first daughter's, this is her biological father. My oldest daughter has two fathers. Her biological father does absolutely nothing. And I only put him on child support because he did absolutely nothing. I told him, I was like, come get the baby. Spend time with her. See her. Take her out. I don't care what you do. I'll leave the house so you could just come and see her.
You would leave the nigga in your house?
I told him I will leave you in my house.
Yo,
well,
you got
she's trying to
shit, right?
She's trying to sacrifice
And then
so
he
that
can't,
you
right?
can spend
Like-
time with her father.
Because the nigga can't pay the $4 that he owes a month. He gonna rob you.
But that was the thing. I just wanted him to be around her for her to have a relationship with him. And then
Nah, they gotta been like a fucking them supervised visit. I stand there with my arms crossed, staring at you. Go ahead, do what you gotta do.
But that's why towns make sidewalks, so the fire could hang on the sidewalk and you could watch from the the window of your house. Be like, hang out in front where I can see you. Don't be running around the block.
You remember back in the days when your mother be like, you could play right here, up to the light post.
That's where your child visitation is, right there.
Through the light post. Don't pass the light post.
But that goes to show you the lengths that she was gonna go through so she can have a relationship with her dad.
Yeah.
You tried.
You
I
tried
without
like
a father, so I didn't want him
the same
to have
thing.
any excuses.
Rob doesn't know about that stuff.
You see,
He grew up rich.
That's the same shit my girl told me. She ain't grow up with no father, so she's like, nigga, you really can't go nowhere because these kids need a father.
It's true.
I was like, oh,
I didn't
shit.
grow up with my dad either. I didn't meet my father until he passed away.
I tell you right now, she
still
offered me
haven't met my
$25 a month for both of them.
He
I would
died
have took it.
2 weeks ago, and I never met him.
My father died on my 36th birthday. And then they got upset because I didn't go to the funeral. It's like, I'm celebrating the day of my birth, not his death,
Yeah.
And I don't even know him, so no point in me shedding no tears for that.
Oh my god.
But that made me the father that I am, that I'm
Yeah,
always around my
absolutely.
kid, because it's like I don't want my kid to be raised the same way,
But my oldest daughter, we call him her adopted dad, even though we're not together. We haven't been together in years. We were together for like a year. But he met her, and they just hit it off. And that's her dad to this day. That's daddy, 100%.
Oh, wow.
That's basically how it would be with your stepkids. No matter if you and Pam split,
Yeah.
that's always
That's
aunt.
good.
That's like my dad.
And her stepmom
Hopefully.
and I are really close
Nah.
friends.
Nah,
that's
nigga,
amazing.
you raised them niggas, man.
But the only problem I have with them is that I kind of raised them the way I was raised by my mom. My mom raised me to be independent. So, like, a lot of times it's like, if I don't see you, you're not in my mind. And I know they're like that, too, because even with Josh in California,
Yeah.
he doesn't call me every day, you know what I'm saying? And he doesn't really call. But I know it's like you get so caught up in your own life.
Life, yeah. It's not that I don't want to call you. I don't want to
It's
speak
just
to you.
that I'm caught up in my own thing.
I'm being a fucking adult like you raised me to be.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know?
Which that's probably my fault, because I did help raise them like that.
Yeah, well, that's good. Because all he's doing is working to support his family.
Yeah.
Which they should have done from the beginning.
Exactly.
He's a good father and stepfather.
Yep.
That's on me. I take the credit for that.
No,
Sorry,
but that's
babe.
dope. Her situation is fucking dope because
Yeah.
she's not even with the dude, and the
And
dude
he's
is
still
like,
taking care of
bring
business.
my daughter to me.
Yeah.
He takes her every other weekend. He picks her. She'll go to his house after school, to her grandmother's house after school. Like, that's daddy. We're actually in the process of changing her name.
Nice.
Because he wants.
And
her
plus,
to
when
be-
you do that, technically you could hit him for child support then, because once he leaves,
we're not adopting. It's not adopting. It's just a name change.
Oh.
Does he have other kids?
He has other kids with his fiance.
Wow.
He has two younger kids, two younger sons, 3 and.
And he's still involved.
and,
That's
and,
crazy.
and that
Me
type
and
of
her
situation
are
had to be
really good
rough too.
friends.
That's amazing.
For him to tell his new lady, oh, by the way, I have this kid that's not really my kid, but I raised her like it's my kid,
And even
and I'm
she
still gonna
knows.
continue.
That's a
JoJo's
real
his
man.
kid, right?
No, Amaya.
Oh,
It's Amaya. But Amaya's stepmother and I are really good friends. She's known about me from the beginning, and I made it a point to be a good friend to her because she has no reason to love my kid. She has no reason to even like my kid
Yeah.
or have her over there. But because I know that situation, I'm gonna make it a point. Like, we're gonna be friends. You're gonna love me. Like, you better love me.
Just shut up and love me already.
You're not gonna go pinch my kid, and she's not gonna lose her dad because we have a bad relationship. I made it sure that we had like a really good friendship.
Good. Aw.
But did it feel forced or did it just
Not
come
at all.
naturally?
At first, it was a little bit awkward, but I'm talking about at first, like the first week,
Yeah. All
and then it was just like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's great.
And now she accepts her
That's
as hers when she's
She
there.
took her to get her ears pierced. She takes her like shopping. She takes her to get her nails done, her hair done. Like,
Oh,
wow.
that's dope. That's dope.
I don't call her her stepmom. I say that's her second mom.
Yeah.
I
Because
got a
he has
few.
boys,
si-
right? He
I have
has
a few
boys, so
second
this is his
moms.
daughter.
Yeah.
I got like 8 side wives.
Why are you looking for Lynette? Why you keep looking over your shoulder? Like she's not here, right?
No, she knows, yo, because she calls me to do shit. Joe calls me to do shit. She calls me. The other one we were talking about earlier, she called. I'm like, what do you want? What do you want? I was like, I don't even like talking to my wife. So what do you want?
Hey, I don't call you that much.
Well, not
What do you consider
during the
not
school
that
year.
much?
During the school year, anybody ever talks
No.
because she's the fucking teacher and shit.
I'm tired.
So we see her like one Saturday a month,
You see her like
if that.
if that. Yeah.
If that.
when the kids have that 1 week vacation. Like she comes around Christmas. Was it
Yeah.
winter recess, spring recess? Hey Rob, what you doing?
No,
I'm bored.
No, I text you.
She texts me, "Hi, friend." I'll be like, "Hey, how you been? You're alive." She
10
goes,
hours later.
"Yeah."
Will you come help me move? That was the last
Yeah.
time I asked you. Come help me move.
And you were like, "Oh, my back hurts. Sorry."
Yeah,
He
for
actually
real.
did say that, but he came.
I still can't.
He was
though.
like, you're the last
The last time I
person.
asked Rob to
I'm
help me
helping."
move, he's like, "I'll lend you my truck, but that's about it."
Yeah. He made it very clear, like, yo, I don't want to do this, but I'm going to do it because.
I let it be on something.
Yeah.
Last, don't ever ask.
Yeah, he just.
I do that to everybody. It's like,
No
yeah,
more.
you know what it is that I had a brain tumor like 2 years ago, and my back hurts. Can't
Yeah,
do
but-
it. Sorry.
And you
Still
know-
hurts.
and you
They
know-
took it out, but it still hurts. Sorry.
Yo, you know how dope it is if you could get $70,000 and just move out the hood, then you ain't gotta ask
be
nobody to
great.
help you move. You pay for that shit. There you go, movers.
There's
Mexicans.
no wait. So going back to your situation. Okay, because I
But you got to rewind it because now the listeners don't know what we're talking about.
Okay, we're gonna rewind this.
Gotta
She
rewind
owed, her baby daddy owes 70 grand in child
Over.
support. Over 70 grand. How the hell did he even get to that point? So when you originally went to,
There we go, Sam. Go ahead,
sorry,
take over, baby.
I'm sorry, but I'm just like, I'm in like, wow, like, so
That's a down payment on like a
House,
House.
2
He
houses.
paid
no,
like
no, no.
negative
That's a
nothing,
down
like-
payment on a $500,000 house.
So
Yeah.
it was a whole process. At first, it was $25 a week.
Yeah.
And he wasn't. They wanted him to come to court with papers showing that he was working or that he was looking for work.
Okay.
So that we could come to a full agreement. This was
Okay.
temporary. He never did. He would show up to court when he felt like it. He wouldn't go when he was supposed to go. He wouldn't bring his paperwork. The judge got pissed off. And angry baby mama, I had receipts for everything.
Nice.
Every wipe, every sock, every
Not
diaper,
bringing any paperwork.
everything
I got you.
That you paid for.
that I paid for.
Okay.
Daycare receipts, doctor's bills, insurance bills, everything from the time that she was born.
Yo,
and
that's
I
like
filed.
coming with a fucking AK fully fucking loaded, and you know, an AK has no precise aim. It goes all over the place. That shit had a scope and everything. Like, God
Like,
damn.
I'm
Nah,
gonna get
me
you.
as a baby father, I'd have been, oh, fuck, I'm about to
The
get
final-
fucked.
That's why he wasn't going. He was like, "Fuck that."
Well, no, I didn't bring any of that at first. I was letting him dig his own grave because he wouldn't bring anything to court. So the judge goes, the last appointment that we had, she goes, "Did you bring anything?" He was like, "No," and he had missed one before. So she said, "Okay." I had notarized, certified, everything, and I gave it to her. I said, I don't even have to say anything." She was like, "No, you could just stay quiet." And took my folder. I had a binder, a red binder.
Nice.
I gave her the binder.
I'm taking
Blood red.
I'm taking
She gave the Bible.
pointers
Yeah.
right now. I'm taking pointers right now.
She calculated all the monthly expenses. I think it came out to like $1,300 a month, and she divided it by half, which was $690 and $300 in arrears. So he's supposed right now his court order is for $909 a month.
How much?
How long has it been?
10 years.
So, did he ever bring paperwork that he worked or anything?
How much did he have to go in the rear?
Right now, after 2000, you go to jail.
So
And
right
he's gonna
now
get a
you
lot
said
in the
before-
rear. He goes to jail.
He not work?
So I'm saying.
He works like sporadically. I think I've gotten in the past 10 years. The last time I checked, it was close to $2,000 over the whole 10 years.
But
So
but
as
what's
soon as
funny
you
is
go
that
to
you know if you talk to him, he's like, "Oh well, I don't have a passport, I don't have a driver's license, I can't get a car because she's ruining my life."
Oh,
Yo,
yeah.
w-
I'm
yo,
the
but
worst
what did-
thing.
But what did he do for a living
At that time.
at that time?
He worked in restaurants. He worked in bars. Like he was a waiter.
So he's getting tips.
He was making decent money.
Yeah.
He was working in Midtown at one of those fancy
Right.
8th Avenue
restaurant type. Oh, okay, yeah. So he was
Are you
making
sure?
money.
Did you visit him at work?
Yeah, I did.
Because you know people be lying, be like, yeah, I work in this
The
upscale
first-
restaurant.
The first time my daughter was born on Thanksgiving, so fun story of her birth. I go into labor. He was there that day, and he said, "Oh, I'm gonna go pick up my other daughter." I'm waiting for him to come, and I'm like in pain, uncomfortable, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm just."
So
gonna
wait
go
a
to the
minute. So
doctor."
wait a minute. You holding the baby like? I was just waiting for him to come back.
I didn't know I was in labor. I was like uncomfortable. So my mom goes, "Do you want to go to the doctor?" I said, "Yeah, sure, why not?" We're calling him. We get to the doctor. They're like, "You're 5 centimeters." What? Like you're
Wait,
having the baby
what does
now.
that mean?
You have to be 10 centimeters dilated
Oh
to
yeah,
push.
yeah, yeah. Oh, you talking about the little? Yeah, I know. No,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot.
10 is this, okay?
I was halfway to that already, and I didn't even know I was in labor. So I'm calling.
Don't you have like contractions?
I didn't know.
or
You don't know it's your first
extractions?
baby. Is it your first?
It was my first, and I didn't. It wasn't a lot of pain. It
She
was
just thought she had
uncomfortable.
diarrhea and stuff. She didn't understand.
Pretty much. I was just like sore.
Braxton
So
Hicks.
we get to the hospital. The nurse is calling him at this point because I'm already ready to go. Didn't answer the phone. Wouldn't answer the phone. He calls back like that night, and the nurse is like, "Oh no, she's having the baby right now. Like right now."
Wait, how many hours have passed?
I got to the hospital at 5:30. Amaya was born at 8:09.
Oh,
So I was
So-
calling him from about
that was
5.
a quick.
Very
The first.
very quick.
Shit.
Yo, but shit, 3 hours, nigga. Shit, at least pick up the phone, man. Oh, I'm in
Like
traffic.
you're pregnant. Like
When he finally answered the phone, he's like, "Oh, you're lying." Click. I was like, "Fuck it, whatever." I was like, "I don't care. I'm having this baby now, regardless of what's going on." So
Holy
she was
shit.
born on Thanksgiving at 8:09. He came on Saturday night.
Wait, he came.
What?
He
On
came.
Thursday?
That nigga came a whole half a day later talking about. Let me
Not
see.
half
this
a
But
day.
shit.
but
That's
see, I used to work as a waiter, so I know his pain. He probably couldn't just take off of work.
He
you know?
wasn't working.
No, but he was working as a waiter.
He was working as a waiter when we were together.
Yes, but I'm
when
talking
we were
about that. No,
That
no, no.
particular
that day,
day.
no.
That
It
day
was
he wasn't
Thanksgiving.
working.
Well, maybe he was working.
It was
No,
Thanksgiving.
he
He went to
wasn't
Queens to
working.
pick up his daughter to bring her to my mother's house for Thanksgiving dinner.
And he never showed up.
No, never showed up.
Maybe it's because he ate too
Were you
much and
guys
then he got
together?
tired.
We weren't together, but it was kind of like, you
And-
know,
yeah.
the baby's coming. We're gonna try to be cordial. So he came Saturday.
It's not like if it was an influential moment in like his life that
no,
his
it's only
daughter.
his second daughter. No, nothing major.
Only his second.
It's only the second.
Only the second daughter.
No,
I'm
it's only
sorry.
the second
Only
one.
the
How many
second
kids
daughter.
does he have in total right now?
Right now he has 1, 2.
Damn, he has a
Stop.
lot. She's thinking about it.
you need to stop at 2.
She's
like,
multiply it, carry the
Four.
one,
5.
round it off.
I
Five?
think it's 5
God
and
damn.
allegedly a set of twins. Somewhere.
What?
And a set of twins.
Allegedly somewhere. There's
so
a
he
set
didn't
of
even
twins.
stop like
No,
after.
No, my daughter was number
Does
2.
this guy have social media? I need to see this mother flower.
Like I need to.
Samantha's like, yeah, I need to
No,
find
I
him.
need to
We're
find
gonna
this
friend
guy.
him
Like
for
I
you.
need to find him so I can are you freaking
You
kidding
just
me?
No.
Dumbass.
You can fucking curse.
Oh, I'm just sorry. I didn't.
She's like,
It's
mother
live.
flower.
You can't do anything about it if it's
Mother
live.
You know.
I have kids, so I'm so used to are you? No, actually, no.
Listen, if Kyra's listening, Kyra done heard this fuck word a lot. Her mother got a potty mouth.
I do have a potty mouth. I've been told.
Shit.
But on some real shit. Like, are you kidding me? Like, he didn't learn his lesson from
The first
the
one.
70 grand that he owes in child support.
Imagine what he's got to pay for the other ones too. Because I'm
No,
sure
he's not
Nobody
paying.
took
Nobody
him to
took
child
him?
support. I was the only
Well,
one.
Why was he such
Why?
a good guy?
is he like parenting the other ones
Listen,
and like
he's not. I don't.
what the
I
hell?
don't want to put all his business out there, but he's not even like the best lay in the world. For you to be like,
No.
I need to have a baby with this
Wait,
one.
we
like-
had this we had this conversation
Sometimes
before.
love is stronger than the dick.
Listen, I got.
and then you wake up and you realize.
And then
it's
you
not-
like,
I was
you're
lucky.
not dick
What happened?
anymore.
I swear to God, I got pregnant within 2 minutes is being very, very generous. It was literally-
She got pregnant on 3 pumps.
Damn.
I think it was 2.
That explains why all these rappers have those names like Little Pump. It's probably because of that.
I got pregnant very, very quickly. I didn't even know what would happen.
Yo,
It was
yo,
like-
Is
you
he Puerto
remember that
Rican?
movie? Yo, you remember that movie?
He's Puerto Rican.
As
See,
soon- as soon
I always
as-
say that Puerto
as
Rican
soon-
men, they just gotta touch you and you get pregnant.
As soon as he pulled out, she turned around and said, "I'm pregnant."
See, that's why I don't shake anybody's hand, especially female. I only shake guys' hands because I don't get them pregnant. I would have gotten all y'all pregnant had I shook your hand.
God damn, y'all
Fucking Puerto
fertile
Rican,
as
man.
shit.
Wait. We also Dominican.
Half. He's half Puerto Rican, half Dominican.
See, it's the Puerto Rican side.
He's the fucking Puerto Rican man.
They graze you and it's like pregnant. It's like
But yours is both?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was straight Dominican.
No.
Yeah, that's
no.
what I was like, wait.
His
Wait,
father
what?
is Puerto Rican.
Straight Puerto Rican?
Baby daddy.
Baby daddy.
Your oldest is baby daddy.
We can't even call him that. We gotta call him something else.
He's the sperm donor.
That
Yeah.
nigga's a deadbeat dad.
Dead-
From our
dead-
last